It's finally happening. The celestial clock has struck a chord that hasn't resonated with this much intensity in 1,000 years. As you sit here, the very air around you is beginning to vibrate with a frequency that the ancients whispered about in the shadows of the pyramids. We are standing on the precipice of the Lion's Gate portal, a cosmic alignment so potent it acts as a bridge between the physical realm we inhabit and the divine source of all creation. Tomorrow, the veil doesn't just thin, it dissolves. For weeks, you may have felt an inexplicable tension, a stirring in your soul as if you were waiting for a train that is finally pulling into the station. This is not a coincidence. The stars are locking into a configuration that triggers a massive download of light codes, specifically designed to awaken the dormant potential within your DNA. This is the moment where the karmic grit of your past is washed away, making room for 3 specific ancient blessings that have been traveling across the eons to reach your door. These aren't just vague promises of good luck. We are talking about the restoration of spiritual authority, the unblocking of ancestral abundance, and the sudden clarity of your soul's true contract. Whether you feel ready or not, the universe has deemed you prepared for this influx of energy. In this video, we are going to journey into the heart of this solar stellar gateway. I will reveal why this year's portal is different from any we've experienced before, the hidden meaning behind the alignment of Sirius and the Sun, and most importantly, how to recognize and claim the 3 blessings that are currently manifesting in your physical reality. I will explain what this means for you in a moment. Before we go into this, I want you to do 3 things. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave the number 369 inches at the comments. This number has tremendous energy and will energize the video, aligning your vibration with the mathematical blueprint of the universe. You can also share it with someone you want to benefit from this video and support their spiritual awakening. Now, let's go deeper. To understand the magnitude of what occurs tomorrow, we must look back to an era when humanity lived in rhythmic symphony with the heavens. The Lion's Gate portal is not a modern New Age invention. It is a celestial phenomenon etched into the very stones of our ancestors. At the heart of this mystery lies the star Sirius, the spiritual Sunday. In ancient Egypt, the rising of Sirius, or Sothis, heralded the annual flooding of the Nile. This was more than just a seasonal change. It was a resurrection. As the brightest star in the night sky returned to visibility after being hidden for 70 days, the dry, cracked earth of Egypt was suddenly baptized by life-giving waters. Philosophically, the ancients viewed this as the return of the Great Mother, a time when the cosmic womb opened to pour spiritual nourishment onto the physical plane. The portal reaches its peak when the Sun, situated in its home sign of Leo, aligns perfectly with Sirius and the Earth. This creates a dual sun effect. While our physical sun sustains our biological bodies, Sirius, vibrating at a much higher frequency, sustains our light bodies. The philosophers of the Hermetic tradition taught that Sirius is the home of the higher mind, the seat of the masters, and the source of the wisdom that built the pyramids. When these 2 suns align, a high-frequency beam of energy, often called the blue ray, pierces through the atmosphere, bypassing the ego and striking the heart center. The significance of the number 8 cannot be overlooked in this context. In numerology, the number 8 represents infinity, the as above, so below principle, and the balance between the material and the spiritual. It is the symbol of the Ouroboros, the serpent biting its own tail, representing eternal regeneration. By entering the portal on the 8th day of the 8th month, we are stepping into a time outside of time. The ancient Maya and the Sumerians both spoke of gates, where the gods would descend to share the me, the divine decrees or blueprints of civilization. Spiritually, this alignment represents the Leo lion archetype, the courage to stand in one's own sovereignty. In the tarot, the Strength card associated with Leo depicts a woman gently closing the jaws of a lion. This is the philosophical core of the portal. It is the mastery of our primal, animalistic instincts by the divine, solar spark of the soul. We are moving from the age of survival into the age of sovereignty. The ancients knew that during this window, the lions, or the guardians of the threshold, stand aside. These guardians, often depicted as the twin lions Acre in Egyptian mythology, represent yesterday and tomorrow. When they step aside, the now becomes a vacuum, a powerful space of manifestation where the delay between thought and reality virtually disappears. This is why the three ancient blessings are finally reaching you. The barriers of time and density that usually slow down your manifestations are being momentarily dissolved by the sheer intensity of the Syrian light. We are not merely observing a calendar event. We are participating in a rite of passage that has been celebrated by initiates for millennia. You are the modern initiate, and the temple you are entering is your own expanded consciousness. To grasp how these three blessings function, we must first understand the physics of the portal itself. Imagine the universe not as a vast, empty vacuum, but as a shimmering, interconnected web of energy, a cosmic lattice. Most of the time, our reality is governed by density, a slow-moving vibration that makes change feel difficult and manifestation feel like a long, uphill climb. However, as the Lion's Gate opens, the frequency of Sirius acts like a high-powered laser, cutting through the static of this density. Think of the Lion's Gate as a celestial lens. Just as a magnifying glass can focus the sun's rays to create fire, this portal focuses the spiritual light of the great central sun directly onto the Earth's grid. This triggers a process known as oriogenesis, the birth of the golden self. The first blessing, the restoration of spiritual authority. The first of the three ancient blessings reaching your door is the crowned consciousness. For lifetimes, many souls have lived in a state of spiritual amnesia, feeling like victims of fate or pawns in a larger game. This blessing is the return of the king or queen within you. In the spiritual realm, this is recognized as the reactivation of your solar plexus chakra, but at a much higher octave. It is the sudden, unshakable realization that you are the primary architect of your reality. You will find that shadow voices, those whispers of self-doubt and unworthiness, simply lose their power to affect you. This blessing arrives as a surge of sovereign energy, allowing you to set boundaries without guilt and to command your life with a quiet, lion-like authority. You are no longer asking for permission to exist. You are decreeing your place in the universe. The second blessing, the unblocking of ancestral abundance. The second blessing is the clearing of the lineage gate. Many of us carry ghost debts, patterns of scarcity, poverty consciousness, or not enoughness inherited from our ancestors who lived through times of great lack. These are not your burdens, yet they have acted like spiritual anchors, keeping your ship from sailing. During the Lion's Gate, the high-frequency Syrian light travels backward through your DNA. It acts as a harmonic solvent, dissolving the energetic blockages left by your predecessors. This blessing manifests in your life as sudden synchronicity, an unexpected opportunity, a forgotten resource, or a shift in your relationship with money occurs because the debt in your bloodline has been settled by the light of the portal. You are being granted the abundance that your ancestors prayed for but could not reach. As this light pours in, it's as if the universe is recalibrating your personal value frequency. You will begin to attract resources not because you are working harder, but because you have finally stopped vibrating at the frequency of struggle. This is the ancient promise of the Nile flooding the desert. Where there was once dry, cracked earth in your finances and creative life, there will soon be a lush, overflowing garden. While the first two blessings focus on your authority and your history, the third blessing, and the most mysterious, focuses on your destiny path. As the portal reaches its zenith, the light doesn't just illuminate where you've been. It burns away the fog, obscuring where you are meant to go. The third blessing, the soul contract revelation. The third blessing is the quickening of the true calling. Many of us spend our lives living out template lives, careers, relationships, and goals that were handed to us by society or family. We wear these roles like heavy coats that don't quite fit. The Lion's Gate serves as a spiritual pressure cooker that forces the authentic soul to rise to the surface. This blessing arrives as a sudden, piercing clarity. You may experience what the ancients called a metanoia, a fundamental change of mind and heart. Information that was previously hidden starts to click into place. You might suddenly understand why certain hardships happened 5 years ago, or you might receive a bolt from the blue idea for a project that feels so right, it makes your skin tingle. This is the universe handing you the keys to your original blueprint. The static is being removed from your soul's radio station, allowing you to hear the divine broadcast of your purpose with crystal clarity. The paradox of the portal, destruction as creation. However, we must address a nuance of this energy that many overlook. The Lion's Gate is as much a furnace as it is a fountain. To receive these three blessings, there is often a shedding process that occurs simultaneously. In alchemy, the stage of calcinatio, the burning by fire, is necessary to purify the gold. If you find that tomorrow, or in the days following, certain things seem to be falling away, perhaps a friendship that has felt stagnant, or a job that no longer resonates, do not mistake this for loss. The lion does not tolerate clutter in its den. This destruction is actually the third blessing in disguise. The portal is creating a vacuum. By removing what is false or expired in your life, the universe is making physical space for the true and the ancient to land. Think of it like this. You cannot pour the high vibrational wine of Sirius into an old, cracked skin filled with vinegar. The vinegar of your old limitations must be poured out first. This can feel intense, even overwhelming, but it is a sign of the portal's efficacy. The contradiction of the Lion's Gate is that it brings peace through a certain level of cosmic upheaval. It is the roar that shakes the foundations of your ego so that the king within can finally take the throne. You are moving from a state of linear time where you wait for things to happen into spherical time, where you realize everything you need is already within the field, simply waiting for your frequency to match it. These three blessings are not coming to you from a distance. They are being unlocked from within your own energetic field by the key of the Lion's Gate. The energy of the Lion's Gate is vast, but without a vessel to catch it, it is like rain falling on a stone. To ensure these three ancient blessings move from the ethereal realm into your physical hands, you must act as a conscious conductor for this light. Here are the specific, actionable techniques to use tomorrow as the portal reaches its peak. 1. The solar Syrian visualization. At dawn, or as close to sunrise as possible, find a quiet space where you can face the east. Close your eyes and visualize two suns. One is our golden physical sun, warming your skin. Above it, visualize a brilliant diamond blue star, Sirius. Imagine a beam of golden light from the sun entering your solar plexus just above your navel, and a beam of sapphire blue light from Sirius entering your third eye between your brows. As these two beams meet in your heart, feel them spinning into a vortex of emerald green. Breathe into this space for 8 minutes. This practice synchronizes your biological clock with the cosmic clock, signaling to the universe that you are an open channel for the crowned consciousness blessing. 2. The 8 to 8 ancestral clearing ritual. To ground the blessing of ancestral abundance, you must perform a symbolic release. Write down 3 recurring patterns or fears you've inherited, such as there is never enough money, or I am not worthy of success. Take a small bowl of water and a handful of salt. As you stir the salt into the water, say, I dissolve the debts of the past. I honor my ancestors by thriving where they could not. Pour the water into the earth or down the drain if you are indoors, visualizing the karmic grit being washed away. This physical action acts as a command to your subconscious and the collective field that the lineage gate is now clear. 3. The scripting from the future technique. To activate the soul contract revelation, grab a journal and write a letter dated 1 year from today. Write it in the present tense, describing your life as if the 3 blessings have already fully blossomed. Don't focus on how it happened. Focus on the feeling of your new reality. How does it feel to walk with spiritual authority? What does your bank account look like now that the ancestral blocks are gone? What purposeful work are you doing? By writing this, you are collapsing the wave function, moving from a state of wishing to a state of being, overcoming the portal fatigue. You may experience ascension symptoms, headaches, vivid dreams, or sudden waves of tiredness. This is simply your physical body catching up to the high-frequency downloads. Do not resist it. Drink structured water, spend time barefoot on the earth to ground the excess electricity, and most importantly, surrender. The lion doesn't hunt by straining. It hunts by focused, calm intent. Trust that the light knows exactly where to go. The stars have spoken, and the path is now clear. As the Lion's Gate portal unlocks tomorrow, remember that you are not merely a witness to this celestial event. You are the destination. The 3 ancient blessings of spiritual authority, ancestral abundance, and soul destiny are not gifts being granted to a stranger. They are the return of your own forgotten inheritance. We have journeyed from the flooded banks of the ancient Nile to the high-frequency vibrations of Sirius, uncovering the truth that you are a sovereign being of light, temporarily navigating a world of shadows. The roar of the lion is the sound of your own soul waking up, shaking off the dust of centuries of limitation. Do not be afraid of the heat of this portal. The fire that burns away the dross only serves to make the gold within you shine brighter. As you step into tomorrow, walk with the quiet confidence of the lion. Watch for the signs, the repeating numbers, the sudden opportunities, and the inner knowing that defies logic. The universe is no longer whispering. It is shouting its support for your evolution. Take a moment tonight to sit in the stillness before the storm of light arrives. Reflect on the version of yourself you are leaving behind and the sovereign creator you are becoming. You have waited lifetimes for this alignment. The gate is open. The invitation is yours. Will you step through? If you felt the resonance of this message, I encourage you to return to the comments and share one intention you are carrying into the portal. Let this community be the witness to your transformation. The energy we create together today will ripple out into the collective, assisting in the awakening of all. The ancestors are watching. The stars are aligned. Your time is now. Stay grounded, stay conscious, and I will see you on the other side of the gateway.